Dan, the celebration has begun. The White Sox have about a 4.5-minute pump-you-up video reflecting on highlights from this season, this 2005 season, and seasons past. As you can see, a crowd of about, it's over 2,500 people, very much into it, getting excited and growing more excited by the moment. Soon the mayor will come out and speak to the crowd, a lifelong Sox fan, and then former Sox Billy Pierce will come out, and Ron Kittle will also join. If you wanted tickets to this series, they're gone. They sold out in 27 minutes. Tickets to the ALCS go on sale Thursday. I caught up with the chairman, Jerry Reinsdorf, a little while ago and asked him, you got to be pleased with the way this team got into the postseason.
Well, you know, that's the thing about baseball. So much, it runs in streaks. So a week ago, we were all scared. Then we got hot. But now we start all over again. We're 0-0, so who knows what's going to happen. But, you know, these guys are going to play hard.
Do you get nervous?
I get very nervous, although I promised myself that I'm not going to get nuts in the playoffs. You know, I was close to a basket case as we were losing the 15-game lead. And, but that's over. We're in the playoffs, and now whatever happens, happens.
Well, Dan, the festivities have begun. Nancy Faust is at the organ, and they are up on the desk, so we'll send you up to the stage and get ready to go for the White Sox celebration.
All right, thanks, Mitch, and again, we're looking forward to that, and as soon as everything starts up there, of course, we're going to bring it all to you live right here on Comcast Sportsnet. And once again, you're looking at the folks down at the celebration on Block 37. Everyone enjoying themselves. It's a very warm and humid day out there, Bill.
Well, it's nice to see young kids out there. I think it's really important that the White Sox 10 years ago directed a lot of their energy to young kids, and when you have a rally like this downtown Chicago and having young kids out there, I think that's just outstanding. I know there's a happy man right there in Mayor Daley, and looks like he's going to get his shirt. And I know he was a nervous wreck about a month and a half ago when I met him out there. He was, you know, we had a 15-game lead, and he was worried about it. So there's exactly two guys right there that worried about it.
Well, you know what? Again, I think you and I might have been the only cool, calm heads in all of baseball here.
I don't think so.
Let's listen in as the celebration has begun.
Let's give them a round of applause. And thank Jerry Reinsdorf for putting the team together this year. We're truly proud of. But most importantly, the history of the Chicago White Sox. We've got Minnie Minoso, Ed Farmer, Ron Kittle, Billy Pierce. We talk about the history of the Chicago White Sox on the South Side has brought it out today. I just want to thank the entire team. What a great season. It was a fantastic season. Everybody thought we couldn't do it, but every White Sox fan really believed in Go Sox. We had Alderman Belser here, John Daly, Commissioner John Daly, Pat Quinn. All of us are rooting for the Chicago White Sox. Now, I made a bet with Tom Amino from Boston. And so like anything else, we're going to win the bet, so don't worry. We have a whole list of contributors to all Chicago food products, great history of Chicago. And I just want to get a list of them so we can read them off today and just tell you who's involved in this wonderful bet with Tom Amino, who is a friend of mine, but like anything else. Okay, we have Bueno Brie, Conti's Pizza, Eli's Cheesecake, Garrett Popcorn, Kim and Scott's Gourmet Pretzels, Original Rainbow, Robinson #1 Ribs, Stewart Coffee, and of course Vienna Beef, great Chicago hot dog. Chicago's a great sports town. We really truly believe in our sports, our teams. But remember, there's only one team right now, that's the Chicago White Sox. And I tell them, bring them on, bring every team on, and we're going to take care of them in the series. Thank you.
Before we continue, we thank the mayor. He mentioned some of our other special guests who cleared their schedules and are able to join us on stage. First, we have our Bridgeport neighbor who we mentioned, Alderman James Balser. Also, Commissioner John Daly. And a familiar face at White Sox games, longtime season ticket holder, Lieutenant Governor Pat Quinn. The 2005 regular season saw the Sox win how many games? See, our fans know the numbers. That's, of course, the most that we've had since 1983. Included in those victories were countless amazing catches, thrilling double plays, close plays at the plate, stolen bases, and game-winning hits that brought an excitement to Chicago that a lot of fans in this city will never forget. All summer long, we showed the true meaning of the words Sox pride. And tomorrow, the White Sox will begin an even more exciting chapter when the Boston Red Sox arrive for Game 1 of the Division Series. Is she playing that Cheers theme song again? She is, isn't she? The playoffs are what the White Sox have worked for since the beginning of spring training, and we're not going to be satisfied until we bring the World Championship here to Chicago. The White Sox are very proud to present and to represent the city of Chicago into the 2005 playoffs, and we're looking forward to playing a lot more games during the month of October. Of all the people you see here on stage, there is no one who wants to win a World Series more than White Sox chairman Jerry Reinsdorf, who just finished his 25th year as the driving force behind this club's success. He worked very closely with two other very, very important names, Kenny Williams and White Sox manager Ozzie Guillen, to help build a team that brought the heart and soul to the field all season long. Cheer that really loud, because Ozzie and the team are at workouts right now in the ballpark. See if they can hear you. Ladies and gentlemen, very quickly, I'd like to present the man who helped to bring Sox pride to Chicago and his partner, Mr. Jerry Reinsdorf and Mr. Eddie Einhorn. Sox pride is something that you can see on your wrists, on your shirts, and on your faces, and very soon you're going to see them high above the streets of Chicago. Mr. Mayor, would you explain that to them, please?
These banners, Chicago White Sox 2005 AL Central Division champs, City of Chicago, salutes the Sox, Richard M. Daley, Mayor. Jerry?
This past season, 2.34 million fans came to U.S. Cellular Field to cheer the Sox on to victory. We're proud to announce that that is the highest attendance total since 1993 and the fourth highest in White Sox history. Thank you, Sox fans. In addition, many fans watched at home and listened on the radios, and even more showed their Sox pride wearing their White Sox gear, things like this, around the city of Chicago. Sox fans, thanks to you for all of your dedication throughout all this season. Thanks to your support all year. That helped to get us into the month of October. We'd also like to recognize and welcome someone who's been entertaining you since early this morning. One of the true legends in White Sox history, completing her 36th season as the White Sox organist, who was honored on Nothing But Nancy Day at U.S. Cellular Field, when she also threw out the first pitch. The best organist in all of sports. Please welcome Nancy Faust. All right, joining us on stage to tell you a little bit about his playoff memories, a very, very talented southpaw from the Go-Go Sox era, a member of the 1959 American League Championship Club. He spent 13 seasons with the White Sox and was a 7-time All-Star. He led the American League in strikeouts, earned run average, wins in 3 different years, retiring with 211 career victories. Those are the reasons why his number 19 is retired and hangs proudly in the outfield at U.S. Cellular Field. Please welcome the lefty, Bill Pierce.
White Sox fans, you know, this is wonderful. The last time I remember something like this, we got off the bus in coming back from Cleveland. I know there are 40 or 50,000 people at Midway Airport, and this was fantastic, and it is here for the 2005 White Sox. You know, I look at a lot of faces here, and I know most of you were out there that day. Either your fathers or your grandfathers were out there. Few years have passed, but this is a wonderful team that's gave us excitement all year long. I mean, we didn't go out and swamp other teams. You never want to do that. You know, you want to beat them 2-1. But it's but as far as the Red Sox go, I'd love to see it. But it's been a great year. Ozzie Guillen and the whole organization has done a tremendous job bringing you a champion to win 99 ball games. I mean, it's fantastic. So I will just say, let's go on, win this playoff, win the division, go on to the World Series. I'd love to see a ring like this on all of the White Sox, except in this one says American League champions. I'd love to see one that says World Champion. Fine.
Thank you, Billy. Also joining us today is a member of the 1983 American League West Division champion White Sox. And that's the team who captured Rookie of the Year honors with this guy. He hit 35 home runs, knocked in 100 RBIs in 1983, lifting the White Sox to their first postseason appearance since 1959. He's one of our best ambassadors in the community. Please welcome Ron Kittle.
Sox rule. A few years back, I told Jerry one time we were down in Arizona, I said, there's nobody more of a big Sox fan than I am, and I had a chance to play with them. I've worn every color uniform the White Sox have had since Dick Allen era. Even those ugly shorts they made us wear. But I do have to say one thing. We have some of the best fans in the whole country here in Chicago. And in 1983, when we celebrated across the street over there, they should have had me speak instead of Greg Lazinski. But that was your loss, not mine. I am currently employed by the White Sox. Everybody asks me what my role is. I say I am the Walmart greeter. But I am here to bring on the spirit, the enthusiasm, the excitement of the playoffs. I am so excited for our current team, but I'm extremely jealous because I want to be out there celebrating with that champagne and rooting everybody on and being part of that team. But you got to remember, everybody in that ballpark down there at 35th Street, from the low person on the totem pole to the tip, are Sox fans, and they're part of the Sox organization. And we're rooting for those guys, too, because they are very proud workers. I'm not going to sit here and make excuses for what happened in '83. I was just honored to be part of that great team that we have, a lot of great personalities. I hope great things happen here for this current team. I've said it publicly, I don't think they're a great team, but they got some of the biggest hearts, and they will keep going, and they'll fight till the very end. I'm looking for the mayor to throw one of the biggest parties ever for a World Series championship right here. So keep your faith, keep rooting the team on, and believe me, they hear you out there when they're on the field, so keep cheering and rock them on.
White Sox fans, please join us in welcoming another former White Sox All-Star and one of our current radio announcers. During his 11-year Major League career, he played for 8 Major League teams and compiled 30 wins and 75 saves. He currently ranks 7th in White Sox history with 54 career saves. This native of Chicago was inducted into the Chicagoland Sports Hall of Fame in 1997 and the Chicago Catholic League Hall of Fame in 1999. He's just completed his 14th season as a color commentator for the White Sox. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Ed Farmer.
How about them White Sox? I'll tell you right now, Mayor, we have the greatest city in this country. And the White Sox have the greatest fans. Tomorrow, Jose Contreras will take that mark that he established from the All-Star game to the end of the season, and he's been phenomenal. But Sednick's going to lead it off. Oguchi's going to be second. Third spot in the lineup, he can bat Everett there. He can bat whoever he wants. He's going to back him up with Paul Konerko. .40 homers, 100 runs batted in, and then Jermaine Dye.
Hey, Paulie.
And Dye got things going yesterday in the first inning of Cleveland. And then you got Creedy. Then you got Przinski. And I got to say it right now, when you get to the 9th spot, it's not an easy trip through Disneyland. You got Juan Uribe. So tomorrow the Red Sox are going to bring their World Championship rings in. They're going to counter with former Cub Matt Clement. I love our chances. You know, the knock on me the other day was I didn't get excited about winning a division. I didn't. I picked this team to win in March. I said, we are the team to beat. Mr. Reinsdorf knows that. We are the team to beat barring injuries. Wire to wire, 99 wins. I know, everybody goes, oh, the Sox are this or they're that, and they're going to fold, and they're going to do this, and the Indians are gaining on us. So we went to Cleveland. What do we hear in Cleveland? Exactly right. So we swept them. We had to go to Boston on September 5th, and this is where I'm going to end. We had to go there for a makeup game. And we beat the Red Sox that day. And I think everything happens for a reason. It's a prelude to Friday, because when we beat them tomorrow and we beat them on Wednesday, we're going in there Friday and we're coming back Friday night. Enjoy it.
Thank you, Ed. One other person on stage we'd like to recognize, one of our honored and retired numbers that you'll see on the outfield, one of our statues that you will see on the concourse anytime you visit U.S. Cellular Field. Please welcome Minnie Minoso. We have something special for you. In case you forgot some of the plays and some of the excitement from this past season, please direct your attention to the video screen. You'll see some of the most memorable and exciting moments from this division championship season.
White Sox in first and second place all the way to September. We'll take the chance.
I hope that I can help this team win a championship.
The Chicago White Sox would like to thank some of our most generous sponsors who made this rally possible. U.S. Cellular and MBNA for joining us here today and for their continued support throughout this past season. Before we say goodbye, I know we have raffles to take care of. The White Sox would like to ask each of you and each of the 2.34 million fans who came to the ballpark this season to do what you've done all season long, and that is to continue your enthusiastic support of this team through the remainder of the 2005 postseason. We couldn't be here without you. We would not be here without you. We want to continue to earn your Sox pride. Thank you for your support throughout the season. We have some more raffle prizes to give away.